timers. That's the only difference. Everything else remains the same.
So you're saying we were losing the most DPS on chains?
So literally that fourfold chains, we lost a lot of DPS because people were moving around a bit too frantically because they were trying to find a location. And we need to basically have it whereas, and especially when we get to P3S, we need to learn this debuff timing anyway, because in P3S is a similar mechanic that we have to go off what the debuff says. So it's better to, I can see now what Square's done. P1 and 2 is literally your training grounds for P3 and 4. So it's better to go into a fight that's an easier fight to train, so that when we do get to P3, everybody instantly clicks, oh, it's just like fourfold shackles, we've got to stand here depending on our debuff. So it's just the way they've done this tier is the training, they train you gently, as they say. So P1 gives you the checking your debuff, P2 gives you, again, checking debuffs, but also adding a lot of AoEs. P3 combines it all together into more serious mechanics.
Double-ended.
Let's not talk about it.
Huh?
Oh, the other thing is,
Mhm.
if you've not been reading the chat of Ether Eaters, Quisp has made an FF log group for us as Ether Eaters. It's so that we can archive all our clear runs and whatnot in one place instead of trying to scroll through a Discord or whatnot to check logs. So if you do have an account on FF logs, feel free to, after the raid or, you know, private message Quisp and he'll sort you out with an invite link and whatnot.
Everyone has joined except Fire.
Well,
Fire never answered my my messages yesterday.
Fire never answers.
it's fire. Unless the
Unless
Discord's
Discord-
burning, no.
Exactly.
Fire, the Discord's on fire.
That means I'm special. He always answered my DMs.
Mhm.
Even
Fire
he
Lex
takes
on,
pity in the
confirmed.
weak.
Oh, and yeah.
Where's
The
my
other thing tonight, your call outs are going to be basically basic, so don't expect me to baby you anymore.
In, out, in,
Mhm.
out.
Pretty much.
Also, Nick said he was
Sukobliot.
going to solo the first run for us.
Kurva.
Exactly. Kurva.
Kurva. Do svidania.
Unde skurwele?
Nu știu, dar vreau. Mai ales dacă
Șepular.
It's just more, you guys now know the fight. I don't think you need me to turn around and tell you who your partner is.
I'm pretty sure I'm my own partner. I swapped
So-
for myself.
Howdy, partner.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't need me to tell me to stay in your square to change your colour. I think you kind of all know that you have to stay in the square to get a colour change. It's just little stuff like that that's just going to make my life a bit easier. Plus, then I can focus more on DPSing than just doing long call outs to make sure. But you will still get the base call out. So I will still say AoE. I will say partner chains. I'll say fourfold chains. You know, I'm not going to just turn around and be silent. You'll
Everyone should
literally just-
already know. But
it's just going to be, I will say what mechanics coming up, and then you adjust to whatever I've said. So if it's in, then out, you just adjust.
I mean,
If I say-
I don't feel like P1S should be an issue. It's P2S I'm worried about.
No, so P2S, believe it or not, simpler callouts actually work better because literally if I say stay, we literally stay on the square that we are. If I say move,
Kiss.
we literally move around to the other square that's being
Then we kiss.
targeted. And then kiss.
But kiss is P in Swedish.
Hmm So
So
P.
go and P. Okay. No,
Yeah, and
no,
and
no.
in,
No, like how
kiss.
things.
Kiss
in
means
Hungarian,
P, yeah.
in Hungarian, do you know how to say kiss? It's actually pussy.
Mogorosh.
Yeah.
Like kiss, like the act of kissing someone.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
puss. Puss
I am
sign,
uncomfortable.
in Swedish.
Right, so Fire should never be finished dealing with his
That's actually
jaw.
kind of cool. So yours is pussy.
No, it's not ours.
No,
Okay.
not ours.
Okay.
Hungarians. We
Hungarians.
don't like those guys.
So,
Yeah,
so
we
they
hate
say.
those guys.
So those they say pussy and Swedes say pussa.
Pretty much.
Cool. Castiel.
Yeah.
Sorry for Swedish, but this is gonna go quick. En grej som man både kan säga i sovrummet och i raid. Pulla.
Kolla.
I heard pula.
Särskilda full.
That's a penis.
No,
Yes,
that's to finger someone.
No,
No.
that means dick.
Yeah, in Romanian, pula means dick.
And
Oh,
it's also a comma.
I am uncomfortable.
the thing
goodbye.
is, the thing is, so Swedish gamers tanks pull, aggro, right? They pull, but we bend it to pulla, and that also means to finger someone.
Hey, that sounds oddly familiar. Imagine that we use pula as a comma over
Chris,
here.
get off my dick.
As in, how the fuck do I put this?
Yeah, so we use the word dick pretty much in every sentence. Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
for example, if me and Nix would meet up and we would just talk, we would use dick
pula
pretty
me.
much every like I don't know, 10 words at most.
Oh look, a Fire has joined the party.
Either that or balls.
Let me feed the Fire.
Don't feed the fire.
Anno is
Too late, I fed the
a
Fire.
bully.
I'm not a bully. You like it rough. Shut up.
Oh, well.
Hello, fire.
Well, I'm a bit late.
It's okay.
Okay, we have a sandwich.
Alright, if people are ready then.
Yeah, Nix, we should avoid actually saying stuff because I noticed that I'm stalking one of our party members.
Huh?
Yes, I have a video in front of me that's recording everything we say, so we should be careful.
Nix,
Yeah, I'm ready.
ready. What?
So,
Met
well,
a sister
yeah, she's
at the
streaming.
mill.
It's
Yeah,
only
she's
Anno,
streaming,
so
we
it's
don't,
fine.
so
Tell
we're
me,
not
I
we
know.
don't
supposed to
ban
talk
his
about-
account.
Wait, what about me streaming?
Anyway,
ball torture.
let's roll. Fire, so you're aware. Do you see the
Yeah.
diagram in Aether Eaters? The debuff one that's got the 3, 8, 13 and 18 seconds.
Yes,
My stomach hurts.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it.
yeah. They are for fourfold shackles that match these way markers that haven't been changed because somebody overwrit them in the other team, the bastards.
So what is different about them compared to last time, or?
So we have fixed positions for the chains. We're no longer winging it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're supposed to be on the other side.
So you check your debuff. If it's purple 3, you go to... Well, I need to change the way markers around, so bear with me. That'll be the weekend team fucking my way markers, but what I told them not to.
Yeah, she's streaming.
Yeah,
that's
well,
fine.
well, weekend team, if you're watching, you fucked up. You're getting Eden normal on the weekend. That'll teach them
Here
for
on
messing with
Saturday.
my way markers. Okay, so bear with me one moment. But yeah, I'm just matching obviously the way markers to be with the actual diagram, so those who are looking at the diagram do not get confused, which I'm sure you will appreciate. I will just apologize now with the ones in the middle might be a little bit skewer, but I'm sure we can fix them as and when. But the ones on the outside should be fine. Again, with the outside ones, you may just have to move yourself slightly more in once you get there. So please be mindful of such things. Yeah, they're a little bit skewered in the middle, but
I think I have them saved. Do you want me to try, Phil?
cool. Let me overwrite this one just in case, and then try yours and see if it's the right ones. One sec.
Let me know.
Waymarks. Update slot. Overwrite. Yeah, they've overwritten. Okay, you try yours. No, it's the letters and yeah. Put yours down again, because I can see if we need to move the
Do you
letters
want me
slightly.
to put myself mines again down?
Yeah, just so I can. Okay,
D
so
and B need to be slightly moved.
yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Then that's why I thought if I use Dom,
Well, right.
Oh, it's
Uh,
because we have numbers on the outside, letters on the inside
that
now.
that
Oh,
better
okay.
for D? Would we say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seems
I
like
put
it.
A a bit closer as well. It seems to be a bit far off.
Yeah. So about about there,
Yeah,
and
that
then
looks good.
what? Yeah,
And
we'll
B
go with that.
maybe a bit lower, but I don't know. It's probably fine.
We'll move B like a tad there. There we go.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, so you literally fired. The diagram now matches the waymarkers, and it's all on your debuff. If you get a red debuff with 3, you go to 1. And if you get a purple one, you go to the ones inside. That's the only difference. Everything else is staying the same.
So 3 on 1 and A, 8 on 2 and B, 13 on 3 and C, and 18 on 4 and D. For people.
Alright, food up, and as long as you understand the new strat, click yes.
Food up.
That's only for the fourfold.
That's only for fourfold. Everything else is normal.
Right.
So you still have your partner and whatnot during the partner chains and stuff like that. Alright, main tank countdown when ready.
Pog!
And also remember that you are getting smaller callouts today. TB. Partner chains. AoE. Resolve chains. In for heals. Starting on B. One, 3.
I will super blide.
TB with swap. Fire stat. Oh yeah, I forgot about the mechanic. Don't worry about it this time round.
Yeah, I didn't super blide.
In, then out. Out. AoE. Intemperance squares 1.
Regular.
Change color.
I can't see my gauge.
Final one. Tank Buster swap. Fire away. Mega AoE.
Negation up.
Into piece of 1. Starting on ice and out. Fire start. On fire. In. Everyone on red. Yash on ice. GB. Staying on fire. Big AoE. Into fourfold. Just as according. Stay still. In for AoE. Squares 2.
Upper.
Change if required. After change, it'll be in first, then out. So in and out. Return to your original squares. Back in. Big AoE. Paying attention. Starting with partner change to begin with. Change is required. On fire. To ice.
My bad.
Why did I have a red one?
So that's why I said we stay on the same marker.
Because fire stood
Yeah,
in
that's
the
my
middle
fault.
of two.
I screwed up.
Fine.
Keep going, so everyone on red when they're back up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, don't matter. Just be careful with the tank swaps, because it seems like the tank keeps on swapping left, right, and centre as well.
Well, I just got rest.
Hmm.
Oh, you were
And,
dead. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
think that was expected. I completely.
Yeah,
I've
just-
never taken that second one, so I didn't even know about the knockback.
Yeah,
Because
that's fine. And then
died
I
in,
made a mistake there. Like I said, you gotta excuse me. When I'm in the weekend group, we all go clockwise, so now so I have to readjust my head as well. So I apologize there for me in the middle.
The thing is, I died on chains, so I didn't have time to get back into tank position and everything. I need to fix my HUD because for some reason my
Yeah,
gauge
just
bars
take your time to-
disappeared.
Yeah, take your time to fix the HUD.
Where the fuck is it?
Can you reset it?
No. It just disappeared, and I can't find it anywhere.
Like your gunbreaker gauge?
Yeah. So I messed up several times because I can't see my gauge at all.
Well, just try and get it back. Should be able to.
You know, if you
Go
go
in the
from the
current-
drop down and
Yeah.
find the gauge,
Yeah.
you might be able to just see if it's listed like display or not, or maybe just increase the element
Other
size and it
gauge.
should pop up.
There we go. Holy fuck.
Okay.
It was
You got it?
outside of the screen.
Ah.
That's
For no reason. I'm just putting it into position so I can see it. Save.
I got that Dragoon not long ago.
Other than that, that pull went pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised actually.
I'm not. That's what it should be. It's a Reclear. Partner change. AoE. Out then hit. In. Tank Buster with swap. Fire stack.
Okay.
Going near the top. Go through. Oh, that was lucky. AoE. Temperance 1 to square position.
Lower.
Changes required with an AoE. Final AoE. Fire away. Big AoE.
Negated.
On fire. And it's out. Back in. TB with a swap. Fire stack. Next on ice. So it's in. Oh, and I love our movements during that. Just
I know,
watch it.
right?
Everyone on red. Anno on ice. TB. Big AoE. Into fourfold shackles. Once in position, stay still. AoE.
Regular.
Squares 2. Change colour as required. After, it'll be out, then in. So out. In. Squares. Nice. This will be followed up obviously with a bigger AoE
Pizza.
into pieces. First mechanic will be partner chains. Justin is required. On fire. Fire, you're at the back, mate.
Oh, yeah, for salt.
No worries. Staying on fire. Lovely. AoE. During this AoE, if people can all stand on red. Everyone on red. Ninja Lady on ice. Fire away. Staying on ice. Crisp on ice when you can, mate. Oh, no, that's my bad. Fire, fire. Crisp, you can shout at me for it. You can shout at me for it. AoE?
I was like, aren't I
Yeah,
supposed to be on fire? But okay.
Oh, it literally sometimes ignore me if you have to.
Yeah.
Starting on ice. It's an ice and out.
Oh.
Wrong side.
Yeah.
Ice again. Ice and in. So in first, then ice.
Really?
And it's fire. Out, then in. In.
I'm taking it. I'm LB freeing right now.
No worries. Then AoEs, but keep remember to respect the mechanics, folks, just so that we get this down.
It should be dead right now.
It's just AoE spawn.
And bye bye.
And done.
And this
Easy.
went a lot faster, even with the damage down that I took.
Okay, so
Our DPS was much greater than last week. That's why.
Was it?
oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know my rotation. I'm
We did
still fucking it up, but I
42k.
know it.
Last week we did
I fucked up
37.
so much.
This week we
Yep.
did 42.
42 and a half.
Which,
Yeah.
which basically means 42.5 will literally mean that we have enough DPS also to do
For the
P2
next
with
boss,
DPS that we're on.
Mhm.
So, just so that people are aware, by all means, if you wish to take another screenshot just to say that we two-shot it, you know, I am quite happy if you want to. If not, I will get the list available for the...
Yes, get your little ass up here.
Yes, give
Next
loot plus.
move.
Huh? What, you want a
Next-
screenshot?
Go to the
Please
left one.
sit and
There we
jump.
Like that.
Oh, yes, it.
Sit and jump.
That was really
Next, I'm
well
looking
done.
at
So yeah,
Like-
apologies for the wrong call out for you, Crisp. I do apologise. Thankfully, you didn't get damage down. You just got a bleed on you. So, if anything, you didn't lose any.
Oh,
DPS.
I didn't get damage.
No, that one gives you a bleed.
I just
If
have
you
to
get that
focus
wrong.
heal you.
That's the only difference.
I fucked up
No.
in my rotation so much.
Tell me about it.
I only did 4.8k DPS.
Only did 4.8.
I don't know what I did.
I don't know why,
Oh,
but
I
I'm
feel so
happy.
bad. I'm lowest of the DPS.
You did
Hey, you're
6.4.
not that far behind.
Yes, Zach, but you're also a ninja.
Wait,
Ninja
Ninja,
That's
That's
got
supposed to
stealth.
mean.
They got
Ninja
stealth.
right now is
As
actually
in
pretty
your-
bad.
Your
Yeah,
damage
buff soon.
boosts everyone in the party, not just you.
Yeah.
We used to be broken, so now they have to nerf us into the ground. I understand.
I mean, technically you're not that nerfed because you just boost everyone.
Phil,
Yes.
let me get this.
I'm not loading.
I'm just gonna show what my tool shows between you and me.
Okay.
So you
Like
can
a
see
30 DPS difference.
Not even for me, it's 14.
40 DPS difference. Well, what can I
Screenshot
say?
is up.
Like I said, me and Don have been focusing on our shit.
For me, it's exactly 15. So yeah. You're
Okay.
just
Messing up a
so-
lot when it comes to my rotation.
So, Zachiel, Anno, myself, please pass on all 3 items. You are not allowed to
passing them out.
receive an item this week. So I have passed.
Have fun.
For the others, you have 2 bracelets and a necklace. If it is your best in slot on the necklace, is it anyone's best in slot who still needs loot?
Yes, it's best in slot for me, the necklace.
and for me the same.
Okay, so if everyone, once obviously you found out if it's best in slot, if you can roll on the necklace first to begin with.
Yes. So for me, none of these are best in slot, so I'm just gonna roll on the bracelets and let the guys have the necklace. I'm gonna pass on the necklace.
No worries.
Yeah, Ninja finally got upgraded this gear, so
Okay,
none of those items are part of it anyway.
Come on,
The-
come on. Roll on it.
Oh, I can't. I need to make inventory space.
I have no clue if this is.
You will follow
the
Chris.
necklace is Biz.
So what does Chris
fire.
do?
So it's necklace is best in slot, so you literally follow Quisp. Whatever Quisp rolls need on as best in slot, you do as well. So Quisp,
God
you've got an
damn it.
item if you can pass on the bracelets.
Yeah, I
Damn it.
don't even need. I don't even want them. They're not best in slots.
I don't
the
need them
bracelets.
either. That's my problem.
Just remember, if you all pass, then no one gets it. So
Question.
Damn, that's
and
what
it
I said, then.
ruins the whole. That's what I mean. It ruins the whole thing because a lot of people have
Also,
already passed.
why did Yash leave?
Because Yash is on last rotation, if you remember right.
Doesn't matter. I could have swapped the spot with him if
Ah,
I don't need a
well.
bracelet.
Damn, I
Not
should have took
all.
your bracelet. It's best in slot
Okay.
for my monk.
Right. Well, unfortunately, somebody will learn from our mistakes. This time, somebody is going to have to just take a bracelet for another class in the future, just so that we don't lose the item.
I've already passed.
Next time, I think we should go
Yeah, I'm
through
gonna-
the items one by one. And
Yes.
if someone won last week,
Yeah.
they should still have a chance to get one of the other items that no one else needs.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
what we'll do is we'll change it around next week of looking at the items first before everybody rolls anything. Okay. Well, for this
Mhm.
week, you might as well just take an item. If you right, Nick's just took an item, and then obviously Fire and Don, if one of you two want to at least take the bracelet, that way we're not throwing
I
them
rolled
on
a
the.
need for it. but-
Already rolled.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Everyone else passes. That's fine. It's just so that we don't. And then moving forward next week, we will have a look of what drops best in slot and prioritize those
Mhm.
to roll on the best in slot so we can get that done. Okay. That is easy.
Well, Time to immediately store the book.
Well, I took
Okay.
the last bracelet, but I'm not gonna open the coffer because I
That's
need
fine.
the.
Nick, you didn't get anything.
Don, we both got
What?
a 57 parse.
Really?
Don,
Where's the logs?
Yeah.
Actually, wait,
They're
is it automatically there?
Yeah, it's automatically on Aether Eaters.
Nice. Ta-ta-ta.
Okay, so I'm going to give everybody a 12-minute break. That way we've got a full hour practice into P2S. So if everyone could be back dead on 8 o'clock, because I'd like to register into the duty. That also gives people time, if they did receive an item that is best in slot, they can obviously upgrade that, upgrade what they're wearing to the new best in slot item.
God damn it! I only have a 50 pass.
So, like I said, if you would like to do that now, it would be very good. Oh look, we did it 3 minutes ago. Look at us, woo! Thanks FFXIV
Hey, I
for
got a
telling
better
us.
percentage this time.
Awkwardly enough, Phil has the highest pass out of us.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah, I don't know. I still have 0.01 damage ahead of him, so I'm fine.
I think I'll have you know that I've got the best pass in this raid.
No, that's
Hey,
healing doesn't count. Healing doesn't count.
Hey,
Healing's cheating.
Okay, healing 8. I have 84.
Let
Holy
me
heck.
check. Yes, I actually have. How much do I even have? I have a 22 in healing. I have more than Phil, Don, and. I know.
That's fine. Let's just say that though he isn't an off tank, Nyx was the one that took the most damage after Quisp.
Oh, fuck off.
My fellow
Wait,
tank.
am I? Yeah,
Yep,
I
you-
actually am.
Fire, believe it or not, took the least amount of damage, and he was doing the tank spot.
The only thing it takes is the stack markers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or a way and
AoE.
stack. Yeah.
That
Well-
proves that if I get hit by something, I fall over and die.
Yeah, so
Pretty much.
that's the thing, because Fire has tank gear, right? So he takes less damage just because he's a tank.
Yeah.
And he only takes like what, a couple hits the entire fight?
No, he only takes the spreads or stacks. That's it.
yeah,
And a
that's
few
what I
hits
meant.
that I
Like,
do take, I basically mitigate.
Yeah.
exactly, right?
And I
mean, you
even
don't need-
screwed up.
you practically don't need mitigation for anything else, so you can just use it on those.
I'm actually getting to the point where I might even throw mitigation on anybody that screws up and like loses a bunch of health. Basically, whenever we do the squares, I'm actually looking for somebody that screwed up, and in case they screwed up, they're getting my Heart of Corundum, so they can
Hi,
live.
how are you?
So just open this coffer with Gunbreaker active, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure that a tank is basically active to open it.
Nice.
I am not going to be opening this yet.
what?
They can go in retainers as well if it helps to clear
It's on
space
my-
in your
it's on my
main inventory.
chocobo.
Yeah.
It's on my chocolate
So-
right now.
So moving forward next week, what we will do is everyone stays in. We will look at what's available, and then that way, if it isn't somebody's best in slot, obviously we can pass, and then we'll just, like I said, make sure that we're rotating the items so that. Put it this way: the more people that get their best in lot sooner means they don't roll on anything else.
Yeah.
And then obviously we'll just gear it that way. And also remember that not next week, but the week after, we will have our 4th clear, which will give everybody a free piece of gear. After 2 more clears, so 2 more weeks of clears will give everybody a free piece of whatever you still need.
What is it? Accessory?
Yeah,
Accessories,
just
yeah.
accessory. I literally have just 2 pieces best in slot, so
I have a lot
That's
of them.
fine.
I've got a question. Would I turn in the clusters for X and 9?
you
you
can-
can in Radzat Han on the crafter side,
Or go
all
to
the
any
way to the
city
back.
state. Or go to
Yeah.
any city state and just go to the global splendor. As if you go on combat supplies in any city state, it will give you all of the available materials that you need.
God damn it, why did I click the free teleport?
Follow me to Radsatan.
But yes,
Don't-
very well
don't
done.
listen to the Indian music.
Like I said, 1 wipe, 1 pull clear to me is quite impressive because literally that's all it took us.
The
So
one
let's
wipe
be
was
hon-
just warm up, you know. We were waking up. We were.
Let's
Play
be
without my
honest.
gauge.
I was closing out the other games that I had open.
Let's be honest, the first wipe was just one small mistake.
yeah,
That fucked.
that's
everything
literally what
up.
it was. It was just the one mistake. But like I said, we bounced back and got the job done. And as you can see, I'm sure you can understand that the smaller callouts also meant that global DPS was increased because that meant I could actually DPS. This is where I eventually start beating a lot of you, and you're going to turn around to me like, Phil, we need more callouts. Because we know that that means that you'll probably focus more on the callouts than the DPS rotation. Teehee.
No. I'm still
Nah,
okay
it's
in
fine.
that regard.
So I clicked on the button that says all encounters, Phil. Not only that we have the same parse, right? We're on 56. We have the highest parse if both of them are together, obviously. But I'm
just
still
gonna
ahead
request-
of you in terms of DPS, so I'm fine.
All I know is that for Red Mage, I had a higher, for the kill run, I had a higher pass than you. Because my pass percentage is better than yours.
Yes.
And eventually
I'll
that'll
let you
be
have
the,
that.
I'll be purple and you'll still be blue next time. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, but Don, you've only got a blue pass. I
Thank
have
you.
a purple pass. You're welcome. I would also
No.
like to thank everybody. We had 0 deaths during the clear run as well. Only Nick's being dumb.
Hey!
Twice.
That's fine. We can compensate for his dumbness because we're good DPS, Phil.
Exactly.
And let's be honest, Reaper is brain dead. That's why his first.
Oh,
kill.
no.
I don't even see
And,
him.
and besides, with Ninja Lady supporting us with
Yeah.
the vulnerability, it's like game over for Nyx.
Yeah.
The 3 of us will just pick the slack up of Nyx. It's fine.
Oh, you're
I'm
not.
sure.
Hey, no, 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 no.
I'm kind of
We're
fucked.
not going there. Oh, what do you mean?
Anybody want to share a tank buster?
So with food, my
Oh, don't worry,
request
you'll get
was
to do that next.
2.4. I equipped the new necklace. Now it's 2.38 again.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh,
You're gonna mess up your rotation again with that.
that's a you
I'm
problem.
I
I'm
would say-
retrieving materia from my chest piece.
Mm.
Or just put the item back and use it after you get another.
just
thing.
use the
That
other
will
food.
compensate.
Oh yeah,
You
just
can
swap over to the
Yeah.
pottage.
Just
Yeah.
swap over to the other food.
Yeah, if you swap over to the pottage, it doesn't have the skill speed in it. So maybe
Yeah.
that one.
Does I need to request Melden again, and
Hi.
Oh.
I'm gonna try with that food
Aw.
actually. So I lost one of my quick arm materia X though. I
Damn.
might have one extra lying around.
Do you need one?
I only need one.
Let me
I only
see,
need
I
one as
should
well.
Oh, thank you, Anno. I think
have-
Anno was
that's
trading me one.
spell
Thank you.
speed.
Okay, so obviously when we go into the next one, obviously there will be a bit more of nicer call-outs because obviously you need to learn the fight. They will be basic.
Oh no.
There'll be some more basic call-outs, obviously, as well. So literally AoE, big AoE, tank buster. Just so that people are aware, tank busters are shared in this. So
There
if
we
I
go.
do say tank buster, it's both of you stacked together for the tank buster.
What happened, Chris?
I could remove one of the quick arm materia and put something else in it, so that's nice. I'm actually gonna request Phil to put one last meld.
Mhm.
Equipped. Some just straight up direct hit. It's okay. I don't have anything else. Thank you. Now I need to get the other food. Pottage or whatever it is.
Well, come here then.
Oh.
Don't run away from me. Try that. See
Yeah,
what happens.
that's the food I'm gonna use with. That's gonna be my biz food. Whenever. I
And then
have full
obviously
gear.
you can. That's what I mean. You can swap it as and when because we make both types of food. So if you change your mind and let's say you get pieces that bring you back like down or up, to,
Yeah.
we can just swap it as and when. But yeah. So literally the next fight, we've now got a full hour session, along with 2 full sessions on P2S. So let's get it done, get it down, and obviously once we've done that, we can literally move on to P3S, and then obviously that rubbing into the face of the other team.
So practically, once we move to P3S, the first day would just be reclears on the 2 raids.
Mhm.
Yep.
Then we go back to P3S the second day.
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much that's the goal. And then
The downside is we cannot go back to training until we clear the other 2, so we should have next week better performance than this week,
Yep. So literally, to just put in an example, the first clear that we did, we literally were on tithering of Enrage Wipers all. This pull, I do not believe he managed to even get his first AoE off in his free AoE combo.
No, he died
He did
before
not.
he finished the
He
cast.
died. The moment he finished the cast, he died.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Sound went off,
literally,
the animation did not.
so that literally is the improvement. So next time, obviously, the improvement would probably be we will kill it while he's doing his different weapon choices by going on different slices. And then who knows, when we get even more fully geared, we
we
might
ignore
not
the
even
last pizza
see.
phase.
That's what I
We
mean. We might
might-
not even see the pieces, the piece of
We're
weapons.
not gonna see fourfold, who knows?
Yeah.
Stop pounding people with your big black cock.
That's pushing it fourfold. I like the enthusiasm, but that's a little bit pushing it. But also very good with the adaptation with the fourfold, by the way. As you can notice, it is a bit easier. Plus, it gives us that full uptime because we're not worried about where we're going to be standing, if that makes sense.
I mean, for me, it was really easy because I didn't need to do anything. It
I'll
was
be
just the same
honest.
thing as before.
I'll be honest. I was expecting for me to be a lot more difficult, but it was actually pretty simple. But I'm actually thinking about it a bit differently. Instead of me thinking, oh, where's one? I'm just like, okay, the bigger the count, the further I am on the clock, let's say.
Absolutely.
That applies for you. For me, it's a bit
Yeah.
awkward because I'm already on Z.
But
Three.
that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. If you've got that, like you said, if that's the way you deal with that mechanic, you won't get any call-outs during it. You'll just be told that's the mechanic next, and that's what you need to be doing. Thinking of your way of how you handle something, and that.
I know you remember where you are.
What?
Do you remember which grade you're on with the healer stack?
Yes.
Okay.
That's great.
I stand. Yeah, I stand in the middle. Great.
Fuck.
I stand
Mhm.
in between the two. Great.
Okay, so we need to separate into teams, so we know.
So if
You
it
don't-
helps, the main tank, healer 1, 2 DPS will go with group 1. Everybody else will be in group 2. Oh, Yash, are you group 1 or 2?
I'll be one.
You'll be
Wait,
1.
aren't you two? When's
I was
you
two.
two? Wait, I'm
I've always
confused
been
now.
the
You
two.
guys want
Okay, yeah.
We'll
never
way
mind.
markers if we can.
Oh, my way mark or someone else's.
I
whoever's
have
got them.
these.
Oh, I have those.
No,
as
that's the other way
I'm
around.
trying to
Numbers
remember
have
if
to
I
be in
can.
the mid grades.
Don't worry, I'll just quickly just settle it up now. And I prefer, I don't know if I think Yash will understand why I'm putting them more in the...
Yeah, can you put it right here on the
Further out.
corner? Yeah. Is that where you
yeah, that's
put it?
what I'm... Yep.
Because that's for the
Number B is our.
for the squares, isn't it? Yeah. Or the square swap.
Yep.
Our P1S clear was 37 seconds faster than our previous one.
See? That's just improvement.
With the exact same gear almost.
Yeah. 37 seconds faster. That's a huge difference.
Chris, if you take a look, you'll notice the difference in my DPS. That's because on the previous fight, I was using the Shadowbringer's rotation.
Yeah, also for mine, Chris, on the previous fight, I was too busy
Yeah.
trying
call
to
outs.
do mechanics.
Yeah.
Excuses. I'm hearing just excuses.
Oh dear. Don't
Says the
worry,
one who
Dom.
also made an excuse just a moment ago.
Yeah.
No. I'm still the second in DPS. Don't get me
Phil,
wrong.
can't you go back to just focusing on callouts, because then my DPS is way better than yours.
I have
What's
to
going on? I
agree
just
with
blacked out.
Zakiel there. I have to agree with him. Like,
Okay.
it's very
Sure.
important.
All right then. So if we can food up, we've got an hour in here, so let's make the good use of that hour.
Can you
on-
just fix the A marker before you start? It's a little
Yeah,
bit too
we-
far out.
No, it's too far.
Too far, you mean?
Yeah, in the
on the
middle,
corner.
yeah.
In,
Probably a bit more if you could.
Come to serve.
Come on,
Jess,
that's
on
fine.
server.
Let me
No,
just come
there's
over
a-
here so I can actually see it.
Yeah, there's a purpose why we're doing it this way.
Let me out.
There.
They're perfect, yeah.
Oh wait, I don't know how to swim,
Oh,
so
can
I'd
smell
rather.
weed. The neighbors are smoking again.
B should be fags is on the corner as well. Steve's on the corner.
Open the
D's on the
window.
corner.
Open the
3,
window.
2,
Get
1,
high.
4 are in the right positions as well. Okay, so do we remember last week at all?
No.
Somewhat. We died a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
The things we didn't understand.
okay, so literally, Chris will be the tether person to take the tether away. Fire will stay in the stack. Everybody else will just be listening to me. If I turn around and say stay, we will stay on the square that we are. If I say move, we obviously move to where what it will look like the AoE is going to hit, but it isn't. So it's very simply just listening to whether we're staying on the square we are or moving. For arrows, obviously, arrows, depending on what arrow you are, your position is literally roughly here for arrow 1. So depending on the arrow you have, you will just be behind the crate. Remember, you get 11 seconds, so you can do melee up time. Roughly within 2 seconds left, you need to be moving back. But you should be able to stay near. The arrows work like Emerald. If you've got the arrow that's facing you and going to push you north, you're obviously down at the south. So you're just doing opposite to, you know, where you're going to be pushed to, you'll be starting opposite to. Again, you'll see it and you'll understand. After that, arrow 2 is slightly different. After that, it's numbers, but we will get to numbers when we can safely get up to numbers, and then I will show you the easy brain dead GIF that will explain how numbers will work.
You want to show them the circles I sent you, the picture with circles, so they know where the save zones are.
That'll be after numbers.
Is that after? No, that's the first thingy, isn't
No,
it? The
first
oh
arrow-
no, the first
first
one is
arrow-
yeah. You're
Yeah.
right. Sorry. Yeah.
First arrows, second arrows, numbers, third arrows.
Yeah.
But what about
Feels
the
right.
debuff, Phil? The one that
The debuff. So one
yeah.
DPS, one tank, one healer gets the debuff. If you are a DPS, you will go anti-clockwise when I say debuffs move. If you're a tank, you will go clockwise around the arena, and
Okay,
you are
that's
literally just staying away from the group. So, for
And healer will
example,
move
if,
back.
No,
oh, no, you
the
don't have to
healer
move
just
back,
stay
you can just
together.
stay. You just
Just
stay.
stay with the
So
raid.
if you're the healer and we're all on D, the healer will stay on D. The tank that gets targeted will go towards A, and the DPS will go towards C. And
The tank
obviously,
always
if
clockwise and DPS
Yes.
always anti.
yeah, that way it just makes things a lot easier, and we're not complicating things regardless of where we are in the arena. And obviously, if you're, let's say this square's a danger for DPS, you literally can just stand next to the square and you still won't clip anyone. So don't jump on the danger square, just literally stand next to it and you'll still be fine. Same with tanks. If you're going clockwise and obviously the danger square's right in front of you, just stand next to it and you will still be safe for the mechanic.
Yep.
All right, let's go because we need to start seeing the mechanics so that people can get used to. Remember, healer stack groups. 1 with Yash is Quisp and the 2 melees. Stack 2 is Fire and the 2 range.
Boot up.
Group 2
Okay.
stack is on numbers, and obviously Group 1 stack is wherever he will jump. So if you're unsure, follow either Yash or Anno.
Wait, so Yash is with both the melees?
Yes, so you are with Yash.
Okay.
Oh, and
I thought we would've
make
been-
friends with knockback. You missed him on knockback. You dead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I will say knockback. That tells you are safe to push it then. Not doing too about rotation at the moment because obviously I need to pay attention because I still need to get the callouts down as well. Well, I'll still do damage just in case. You never know, we might get lucky.
And remember, you start with hollows during the first AoE.
AoE?
Now hollows. Perfect.
Yeah, I know. I remember what you told me.
Don't worry. Tanks together.
You need to
Fire
get
go
the
one shot.
Yeah, it's huge.
Mitigation is required for such.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on. Which is why I'm confused. It's on the, yeah, it's on cooldown.
Yeah, there's
Ah, my face!
There's too much talking, so literally I
Let's
missed the
just
big
go out.
AoE. So if you can just.
That was with Shield and Panheimer.
And I
Yeah,
also have
that needs
taxation up.
mitigated.
yeah, you need outright mitigation. The shield is not gonna save
Yeah.
us.
Well, I also had Panheimer up.
Yeah, that will save us. We need outright
Yeah, I don't know
mitigation.
what happened because I had my mitigations on and it game just went like, nope.
So your mitigation went on after he did the attack.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's then server take.
I usually use
How about
my
mine?
mitigation like
Panheimer
Yeah, I
at least
did as
makes
well.
it on
3
everyone.
seconds before.
If
I
it
did as well.
helps for this fight, once the pull is complete, as in once the pull starts, tanks can literally stand together at 1. Because it goes AoE into Tank Buster. So you can just do that little bit of preparation. You might as well just stand there ready, saves you having to run round.
And the big hidden AoE is called Sewage the Lodge, so if you go mitigation, that's when you put it.
I will shout big AoE, so you understand that it's like the Shining Stars, it's the big AoE that needs mitigating.
Yeah, I think
All
I should
good.
have picked, sure picked.
So normal AoE,
Somehow the boss got him selected.
into tank stacks, into big AoE. Moving to A.
Hey. Stay here.
Staying. Okay, Crisp taking the tether away when it appears. Fire, you need to be stood in front of everybody on this square. You're like our human shield. Okay, mitigators required.
You need to be further. Quest.
Oh, I need. Okay.
You need to go right over to where the red square is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's okay.
That's my bad.
Wipe up.
Yash, for now.
Yeah, sorry.
Unless I miss it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I know you do it about the goodness, which I appreciate, though. So, don't think I don't appreciate it.
I thought it was gonna be the other way around that I got the laser. That's why. It was my bad.
No worries.
No!
Wait.
That's fine, go with it. We were training anyway, so just
My
Just
opener!
just go with
Everyone's
it. And
opener.
just think of it this way: if we get enrage on like 2-3%, we know who to blame on this pull.
No, sorry.
Wrong button.
Tanks together.
I'm gonna have to super blood because I screwed up with my mitigation.
My thumb was too heavy. Okay, I'm sorry.
And big AoE. Moving
Everyone
to B.
get Heart of Light? I think so.
Oh, by the way, DPS, there is no positionals on this boss.
Really?
Nope, staying where we are.
Omni.
Can you tell me?
Yeah. No, I just thought I'd let you know now, just so you're not dancing.
No, it's not about dancing, it's about actually pushing through north.
Oh well. And then tether away. Fire in front of us. Mitigation. There we go. Beautiful. Back over the can, Chris. Thank you.
Yep.
Next will be normal AoE.
Well, my rotation is so scuffed.
Yeah, same.
It's so horribly scuffed.
Okay, getting ready because we're going to be going into healer stats shortly. Now, healer stats. Anti-knockback now.
What the?
Okay, staying in position first so you can get your uptime. Then back to B. Next will be the debuffs.
The fuck, my arm's length is on cooldown. Why was I knocked back?
Light. Too early.
It wasn't
We're
too early.
staying. We stay. Then debuffs rotate as I told you. Debuffs.
What?
Rotate.
Rotation.
I did not have any debuff.
I didn't,
didn't
have,
have-
DPS
I
either.
didn't have either.
I have the
I did.
I had the death, and that's
Okay,
it.
so during that is you will get DPS and tanks will get either a little
Yeah.
blue man. If you get a little blue man, that means you are the one that has to move away from the group after the winged or spoken AoEs.
Wasn't me because I got flung away.
Same.
So
I
It
got
would
flung
be
away as
one-
well.
one tank and one DPS had it.
I
Doesn't
didn't have
matter
a
who it
single
was.
debuff.
Doesn't
I
matter who
didn't
it
have a
was,
debuff either.
but like I said, if DB, I will point the debuffs out this run, just so that you're aware of what the debuff looks like. Cat, are we ready?
Wait, I'm not ready.
Oh, you're not ready.
Why?
Are you ready?
I'm ready now.
Okay.
Oh!
I swear I will kill you, Quisp.
What?
What?
I didn't start a countdown.
No, if you pull it again. That
Oh.
way.
Okay,
AoE.
nice to fuck my rotation.
Oh yeah, my rotation is already screwed.
This is a lot
Tank
less
Buster.
Nothing happened.
Big AoE.
Oh.
Going to A.
All about the intention.
We move. So this is easier. So we can stay here. Once we've moved, we stay. Because then Crisp will still have enough space to move. It saves moving and the melee can still get in their DPS. Now after that, we move and there'll be an AoE in between. It's meant to hurt.
That much?
Yes. Next will be healer stats, so paying attention where obviously the head will jump into your stacks as required. Anti-knockback now. Staying still.
Ouchies.
Okay, back to A. So this is where the debuffs come on. And in this instance, myself and Fire has
Here,
the debuff. Back, Fire.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Fire,
move
fire.
yet. And you went the wrong way, you went anti-clockwise
Okay,
there, my
With
friend.
that.
Okay, so we stay here. Fire, after the move goes off, you will go towards the B-way marker, yes?
Gotcha.
You go towards the marker. Wonderful. Next is arrow 1. So, depending on what arrow is where you hide behind the grate. The ones in the center, not in the corners. No one should be near the corners whatsoever. That shield, you need to move slightly behind the actual main grates in the arena.
Ow.
Ah, it's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
So
outside
Lin-
money range.
So a good tip, you know the numbers, you're literally going to be standing next to the number way markers.
I was standing behind the number way marker and still died.
Yeah, that's because you had no partner.
Oh.
You have to have a partner, and the partner has to follow the same pattern. If they don't, you will get yeeted, and yeah, it's game over.
I was betrayed.
So next will be another big AoE. So this obviously would get the more mitigation.
Oh, it didn't reach.
So you obviously stand on A. Then you will use your anti-knockback halfway cast bar, so anti-knockback. And then it's numbers.
Oh wow, thanks game.
1.
I know, right? Yeah, one.
And then obviously you've not seen numbers before, so you literally are like,
I have no clue what to do.
Yes.
I guess one color needs to be
Gosh, no.
on
so-
the platform and some on the grates.
Blues on platforms, purples on grates.
Yep. Pretty much. So, what I will do now that you've reached numbers is I'm going to show you our brain dead diagram for
What's
numbers.
BDD.
Anything that's brain dead, I want to see it.
Ta-da.
4 and 2 on one of them, 3 and 1 on the other. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 just stay in grates. Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
So you'll always go on, obviously, your near your way marker, obviously, as you can see on the grates. Just depending on which one you have, you can just move slightly because obviously those near the danger zone don't have to really stay on the numbers. If the mechanic goes well anyway, even if you just stay on your number, it will still go off fine. Good tip here is the blue tethers. So if you have a blue number, you get a tether. So that will signal that, oh, I'm going to a corner. If you don't get a tether, you are going to a number.
Don't forget that 1 and 3 have to replace each other after they get hit.
Yeah, and that's all it is literally you swap with your partner. So 2 and 1 will be on the front, then you swap behind, and then take the second hit. Purple, throughout this mechanic, you literally just stand there, sit, and do DPS.
If I can.
No, you will, because even though he's jumping around,
His
the
hitbox
boss
still
relatively
stays in the middle.
stays near
Oh,
the middle. Yes.
Oh, thank God.
So
Because he has a
You
very
lit-
big hitbox.
he's very big because he does his jumps around from the middle, if that makes sense. So his idea is his body's not doing the jumping; it's the head that's doing the jump.
I think it's
No,
both
this-
of
the
them. I
body
think
is
the body
doing the
goes on
dashes.
blues. The body
No,
goes
so-
on blues and the head on purples, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's basically there's always a target in the middle for everyone to attack. Doesn't whether it's the head or the body that does it. There's still that target in the middle that you attack. And yeah, even if the boss is untargetable, then obviously you've got no complaints about uptime because you can't hit it anyway. So that's to that. That is literally the simplest way to do the numbers. A pro tip more for range, because we can have uptime whenever we want. When it's shockwave, we can literally stay in between the two because it'll give us less distance to travel depending on what numbers we are. Only works so well for range uptime. Melee uptime, sadly, you need to be near where he's jumping so you can still attack the boss.
Badge.
But if you're a range, you can just stay in the middle, like, so let's say he's jumping to D, we can just sit on C, and we've only got the equal amount of distance. Also, please use Sprint. Sprint is a tool on your raid kit. It is ideal. Anyone need another explanation for the first arrows? It is literally, as you saw, probably other people around you. These crates here, and you just stand here, and then you will kiss. You can go a little bit further back. Just always make sure you're at least behind the crate with your full AoE. So you'll have like a little square or rectangle. Just make sure it's behind, and the kiss will go off with no hits.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
literally
about
covers
the
half
arrows.
of that.
Do I just need to stay further away? Because I got yeeted all the way on the other side.
So, Zashiel, you were like over here.
Oh,
so you
I
were
wasn't
behind
on
that.
the bit. Yeah, okay. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
so you need to just be behind the ones in the middle.
Yeah, okay.
Or for brain dead people, basically stand either side of a number. Simple as that.
And also, the arrow actually shows you the AoE, as in what it hits. What I did was to align it practically with the half of that grate there. So pretty much I was something like this, and my AoE was covering half the grate.
So for melees, we just stand at max range.
Yeah. So remember, you get 13 seconds.
Are you guys ready?
So you get, let me just roll a cigarette. You get 13 seconds. So obviously, as Jasha said, Millie, you can literally stay on it until 13. Just move yourself around the arena to where you would be going, if that makes sense. That way, if you're partnered with a range, you're not clashing with their spot that they've already sitting comfortably in. Yeah, it's simple as that. Arrows 2 and 3, we have other diagrams to explain that in the same easy pattern as well. So when we get to arrows 2 and 3, we do have the little GIFs that will literally explain that to you as well, which is even better. So as soon as Anno is ready.
One last thing.
Yep.
For the purple numbers, should we run to our number just to make it easier instead of adjusting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you will always run to your number. So if you're 3, you will always run to 3.
And for the blue ones, you just sit on the corners of the square.
Yep.
And then you swap.
Yep. So literally, if you're 3 and 4, you will start in the corner of the square. 1 and 2 will be the first ones that go a bit further in, and then it's just a simple swap.
You can just stay dead center if you're up for swap.
Wait.
Yeah.
So don't the 1, 2, 3, 4 need to be on opposite squares?
Only the purple ones.
Yes.
The blue ones is a bit like diamond weapon.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is on the diagram, there's for example 4 and 2 are on D.
That's the second one. That's the second they've already swapped on that diagram. So they've already done the first swap.
Yeah, so practically 2 would need to be in the middle and 4 in the back there, if you're looking at that one.
No, what I'm trying to understand is different. I understand what you're saying, that they need to swap. What I'm asking is 1 and 3 are on B, while 2 and 4 are on D. That's how we need to be positioned?
No, it depends where the boss jumps.
Depends on where the boss jumps and where the danger square is.
Obviously, we adjust to the danger. What I'm asking is...
Well, that's how it works.
Okay, and the ones that are on the same square, they need to be together?
So, literally how it will work is... that let's say this is where the boss is opposite where the boss is jumping. I'm number 3, so I will start here. Alright, so imagine me and Nix on that square. Yeah. So Nix will go first to take the first hit. Once Nix gets the first hit, me and Nix will swap.
Okay.
And this is everything. It's just diamond.
It's just swapping.
What I was trying to understand more is like how big was the range, because what I was asking initially was on the same square, do the partners that swap need to be like on the opposite corners of the same square, or
no,
can it
one
be
middle
like
and one in the corner is enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's literally your character's hitbox.
If you go too far, if you go over here, you're dead. I've tested it many times. You can literally go as far as this, and this is how far you can go to swap. So you stand here, and then the other guy with the other number stands here, and then you literally, there you go, Phil is using the marker, so you just use the edge of this marker as a measure. So you stand here, and Phil stands there, I take a hit, we swap, Phil goes forward, that's how it works.
So it's a lot less than... okay, got it.
Yeah, it's
because if you go over here, you're dead.
Yeah, because it's proximity based. So it's going to target you first, and the one that he targets is, I think it's a single target, if that makes sense. But also it's the case of it's a single target, and you just swap it over. Yeah. Are we all good? Should we do a quick ready check just to make sure we're all alive?
I'm alive, I'm just smoking.
That's right. He's smoking, so...
I mean, these are pretty much all the mechanics, aren't they?
So this is the, like we've got 4-fold shackles.
Yeah, we have one more kiss phase.
So we have 2 kiss phases after this.
Yeah, the other one which we need to position on the actual edges.
on the actual grate, which we also
And-
have a GIF that will help you do that.
And we have one more thing which I almost forgot about when with the corner positions for the
Mhm.
spread.
That's the third kiss. So the third kiss will have another thing as oh, that I also have a GIF for. That's a Triforce strat. Literally, DPS
Yeah.
will always be in the corner, healer will always be nearest the square crate, and the tanks will be next to the beam that goes off. But again, when we get there, that's just a literal DPS will always be in the corner if they get the debuff. So again, easy peasy, you will always be in this corner.
Pretty
Or
much.
whichever corner the safe spot is in. So who's not ready? Oh, Nick is ready. So if we're all
Yeah.
ready, countdown.
Gonna take a bit of time for me to adjust for numbers in terms of the corners, but it should be fine.
Like I said, that's the whole point. Is just that time to adjust. Then once you've adjusted, it'll just be like a light bulb. Oh yeah, I get it now. Simple as that. AoE. TV. Big AoE. Oh, nice and easy. Going to see. Going over.
The heck?
Sever away. Fire in front. Mitigation. Back to sea. AoE.
Okay, now.
Healer stacks. Anti-knockback. Melee stay until he jumps in the middle, and then obviously make your way back to sea. The debuff is on Wisp and
Yep.
Nix. Staying still to begin with to dodge the head. We move.
I'm gonna use my sprint.
And then move with the debuff. Everyone else stacks. Easy. Next will be arrows 1. So as soon as you find out what your arrow is, you'll be able to move into a position. And then by 3 seconds, melee, you can move into your slot.
Am I stunning? Yeah, I should be stunning correctly.
Didn't die this time.
Tanks together. Learn how to kiss everyone. Well done.
Now we just
We
need
got
to
the
learn
first
French
base!
variant.
AoE. Then heal up.
First, second.
Wasn't that second base?
Big AoE.
No, I'll be reaching second best tonight.
Focus. Because we're coming to numbers. So heal up. We're going to start on C. Anti-knockback now. And then paying attention to your numbers. Use sprint as required. 92.
Wait, what? I don't.
Why are you guys here?
I have no idea.
Wait. Was I supposed to suck on B with you,
Next to you,
Phil?
to right.
I thought 1 and 3
I
go to
had
the top.
one.
Oh wait.
Oh, I was
No,
in the
no,
correct
no.
spot.
Remember,
It was four.
there is 2 1s and 2 2s. So be mindful of this.
I was blue 4, and I was supposed to stand on that platform, and
Yeah, you were supposed to stand with me if you were blue 4.
yeah, and I stood where I was supposed to stand.
Sorry.
I'm happy I did it correctly.
Where are you, Chris?
Because
No,
nobody else is
Chris,
He's
challenging my
at
position.
D.
2 and 4 need to stand where the body lands for the shockwave. So we should have been on B where the body landed.
Oh.
So you know during shockwave,
Yeah.
we stand.
I was following just
Ignore the
picture.
chart.
Yeah.
Because that's based on a safety being there and his shockwave being there, if that makes sense. So
I was
that's just an
following
example of
the
numbers.
chart.
Yeah, so the chart is just an example of how it will look like.
So just so we get this clear, 1 and 3 where the head is, 2 and 4 where the body is.
Yeah, so if a good
Okay.
tip for that is wherever he lands with shockwave will be where 2 and 4 will be.
And purple just need to follow the numbers, right?
Yep, purple will
Yeah,
always
okay,
follow
cool.
the numbers.
I
Game, please
think
give
I was
me
in the right
just
position.
purple.
Game plus give me purple.
Well, I will say now we had people alive, so that means that a few people were in the right position, or else. Oh, there's a pull. Fuck your DPSs.
What do you mean?
I early pulled this time.
I didn't. I also early pulled.
Oh, right. Yeah, Nick's early pulled. Bad Nick. Anyway.
Badge.
Well, like we did with Chains, TV together, it'll just be the same here. That will be our mechanic that we, need to get used to, and then we'll be fine. Big AoE.
Everyone should have part of light.
Starting on B. You stay.
Where'd the
Get
clubs
flipped if
You
you're too
need to
close.
stand on the grate.
Damn it.
Then crisp away with the tether. Fire in the front of the stack. Then nice. Next will be a basic AoE. Next will be healer stats. The group one going to where his head is. There you go. Everybody else. Anti-knockback. Melee staying put until obviously the phase is done. That way you can get your full uptime. Looking for your debuffs.
Yep.
Yep. So staying here first, find out if we have to move or not. In this instance, we don't move.
Counterclockwise, right? For me.
You go towards C. I go towards this way. System resolved. Next will be arrows 1. But once you get selected of which arrow you're going to be, move as according.
Stay there, fire. Stay there. It's okay.
Thank you. Lovely. So after this, tanks will go together. Ready for the TV.
I'm gonna.
And then it's AoE. And then heals, because in a moment it's going to be the big AoE.
Wait, you
All
told
over
them?
again. Big AoE.
Why do you?
Moving to C, so you can find out where the jump's going to be.
Did you accidentally provoke?
Okay,
Yeah,
so anti-knockback now.
Oh,
Mispress that thingies.
Sprint is required to get to your number location. I am
One.
Wait.
That's an easy.
Where's the 2?
Wait, what?
Next you're in the wrong. Oh,
Wait.
wasn't it where the head?
Fucked up.
Oh, I
body.
missed it. I missed
I
it.
fucked up.
This is the head.
Yeah, I missed it. I
No,
thought it
I
was.
fucked
no
up. I
part.
just
No, I
followed
fucked up.
2.
Am I in the wrong spot or?
I was in the wrong spot. Right.
Oh, good. Like I said,
Oh,
it's
no, I wasn't. Never mind.
1 and 3, if it helps, 1 and 3 should have been at B.
Yeah,
2
I
and
was
4
there.
blue should have been on the opposite corner.
Yeah, I was 1. I was.
I was-
on B.
Wait, was I 2? Or was I 3?
Next you were in the right place.
I was
Me and
purple
Don were in the
4
shit
again.
place.
It's
Oh,
all good.
oh,
Like I said, that is the mechanic that we're just going to have to keep on practicing a little bit. Because that's the one that's... Like I said, like fourfold shackles, this is that version of fourfold shackles, which is a bit of an annoying mechanic to get round.
Oh,
Even
Uh,
where he lands, uneven where he.
Give me a second to get a drink refill.
time to refresh food.
So we've got 18 minutes or so. So by all means, feel free to use another piece of food. Like I said, they're crafted for a reason. We can easily make more. We've got materials to make more. I think we've got at the moment a month's supply of food anyway, raid-wise. So left, that is. So I don't mind if you're going to like leave the instance with a couple of food left. So
I have 41
yeah.
minutes left on it.
I'm ready.
so if we're all ready, countdown when
I'd rather do this in case.
better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Because I know Nyx has a habit of disappearing.
No, I just went to get something to drink.
Oh, whoops! I think I cancelled my vote. My bad.
Try again.
My bad. I clicked it right as he clicked it, so.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a countdown war.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh shit.
And I pulled.
How could you? You're now the tank.
So,
I had no
Eerie.
protection.
I misplayed my rotation.
Oh well, stack together.
Big AoE, so.
Yep. You guessed it. Starting on A, make your way round as and when you have time. So, casters make sure they're slide casting and whatnot to get there. We're staying because it's lies. The head lies. The next. Crisp running away with Tether when it appears. Fire in the front of us to be a shield. I love using meat shields, it's awesome. And hit on crisp, hit on stat. Then nice. Then nice. Next will be a normal AoE. Into healer stats. First group will go to where he jumps. Second group on the number. Anti-knockback now. And hold. Melee staying until obviously he jumps back in the middle so you can get maximum uptimeness.
And peeps.
Then paying attention if you get a debuff.
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
Where do I need
So
to run?
staying, well at the moment you stay, because we have to move, like we do, so we move over. So once the AoE goes off, Zachiel will run to A, Fire will run to C after the AoE, and move. Not fully on though, Fire.
Oh yeah. I got to. You say I run to see. I run to see.
Yeah, being mindful of the poison puddle at the same time.
I was already like, wait.
Wait, am I going to my death?
Wait, I feel there's
Yes.
something wrong here. There's a
Arrows.
disturbance in the force.
So arrow 1.
Hi, Chris.
High five.
Hi, Dawn.
Nah, yeah,
I'm gonna clip you with a laser.
Damn it, I'm kissing fire. Oh no.
and tanks together for the TP that's about to come up. Everybody else maintaining and being ready for, first of all, a normal AoE. Then that will be followed by a big, massive, huge, humongous, big, deeps AoE. So like that. I'll try to fit more AoEs in the sentence. Okay, so D. Okay, and he knocked back now. Paying attention to your numbers. I am 1. So I will go here. Oh no, next. You just...
Wasn't it 1 and 3?
Where,
It's 1 and 3 and 2 and 4.
yeah, why am I alone as 2?
You were supposed to be in front of me, Phil, for that one. Weren't you?
Yeah, no, you needed to be behind me in the corner.
Yeah, but if
But,
I would have been there, I would have still gotten clipped. 'Cause
No,
you were too far
That's
back.
what we were talking. That's what we were talking. One stays in the marker, the other one sits on the edge of the marker. Like, that's what I was asking earlier. Like, what's the distance? And the distance doesn't need to be that large.
Wait, so we go
Right.
in the marker, we don't go in the middle of the sewage?
1 second, what I think will help more is...
So,
Red 4.
it's pretty much like this. Like, the one behind is on the corner and the other one is at the edge of the marker. That's what we were
Uh-huh.
talking.
I was alone.
And Anna was alone on the wrong spot as well.
Ready?
Alone.
1 second.
No. And I think I'm starting to understand this. The moment we get the markers, 2 and 4 go to where the actual body of the entire boss is. And 1 and 3 goes to the opposite of where the boss is.
Yeah. So this is a toolkit that was made by one of my customers, who's literally cleared this whole tier. So I would say that following this, the way that goes is quite good for those who want to like have a look at it. Yash, I don't know where you're. You know how you said that you've got to be right into the corners. So if it helps when we were in correct positions and right, like one here and one literally just here, it seems there is a little bit of an AoE as well that goes with it. So when some of us were in the correct positions, people were getting hit twice with both of the AoEs. So this toolkit is literally just showing an idea of how the best to say if I move this more inner, one of you
sit
is
at
like,
the edges.
so one of you sits in the corner, but it also gives enough space for you to be more like inside. If that makes sense.
What if we do this? The one that's inside sits outside the marker, and the one that's outside sits outside the marker on the corner.
Yep. So that's
And just-
literally it.
Could you put all the markers like that to make it easier for everyone?
Yep.
I don't know.
In a second, let me go round.
I'm not stalling for time so I can finish my cigarette. No.
It's fine. It's like I said, this is one that, like I said, obviously they're a bit more experienced than us because they cleared the whole tier in like a week, but that's also, that toolkit just gives you another example. Remember, it's just an example. So obviously the corner will be different and everything else. So it's just if you need to have another look at it in a different example, there you go.
That's a big AoE. Now I'm actually seeing how large the purple number AoE is.
Purple one is bigger, that's why this
Yeah,
one the
yeah.
grades.
So
Yeah,
purple
you
need to
literally
stay
need
on
to
the
stay on-
opposite side of the number on the grates.
What do you mean on the opposite side of the number?
If blue is on D, then you should stay closer to A if you're purple on 4.
So what they're trying to say is, Don, is that you can be a little bit more towards a dead corner, if that makes sense. AKA,
Yeah.
there's no one there, if that makes sense. You can be
If,
slightly closer.
let's say blue are stacking on the C platform, then you need to
It's
be
fine,
over
like-
here.
But yeah, literally you can stand here if you're free and no one needs to use this corner, for example.
Oh,
it's just
that-
saying that
I got confused. I thought it's something like we can't use, like if I'm 1 I go to 1. That's why I got confused.
Oh no, you can.
So
no, you
it
can.
doesn't
It's just
really-
other. It doesn't really matter, basically.
It's just
as
that
long
one
as you're
person
at
that's
1.
close to the danger zone, they can sit.
They could
Well,
go a
one
little
of
bit
them.
more, give a bit of space, if that makes sense.
One of them.
So,
Well,
I
there are
mean,
2
I'm-
next to that.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
they can,
literally-
but if both
Let's
of them
just-
decide to do that, they'll just kill
Yeah,
each
let's
other.
just
so let's
sit
just
in
stay
the
on
middle of the
marker.
marker. Let's
It's
just
better
stay
to
in the
stick,
middle of the
that's what I'm
marker.
about to say. It's better to stick in the middle of the marker,
The
and then
cross,
obviously
yeah.
those in the corners will be able to adjust. As long as they're staying roughly around their corners, they'll be fine in the safe squares.
Yeah, one
I w-
stays on the corner and one stays on the corner of the grate on the upper
Mhm.
platforms.
Pretty much. That's why we
What I-
changed the way markers.
What I was more scared about is the danger zone. If both purple numbers get close to the danger zone,
Oh yeah,
both are
true.
dead.
It'll clip. So yeah, it's better off just sticking with the 3, 2, 1, and basically those with purple just stay on them way markers, and then obviously everybody else, as Chris just said, if I'm free, and let's say the boss is where he is at the moment, so over at A, if I'm free, I will go here, and then Quisp is 1, he will go there. Quisp gets smacked in the face, we swap, I get smacked in the face. Resolve.
Okay, let's go. We clear it now.
I'm gonna ready check.
Ready check, and then we should have time for one more pull. If I wipe it a bit early, that's because I want to try and squeeze another pull in, and we literally made a silly mistake at the start.
Okay.
Put a marker on Anno again.
The only thing that's gonna wipe this run is the boss.
Oh yeah, I know.
Please do
Why
not
have you
put
not
a
got a
marker on
marker?
Please
Why?
do not put one on me. I cannot see my number.
Oh, right.
Actually,
I cannot see my
actually-
number during number phase.
That's a valid point. Do we all know that Yash and Anno are 1 and 2?
Yes.
No, fair.
I mean, look for the big, bright-ass blue for stack 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
problem is that Yash is a bit small.
Yes,
That's
but no offense, Melee should know
Just
now
stand where
that
it's
that
swapping.
healer's. Yeah, Melee should know that the healer stat for them is underneath where he's gonna.
You can always
Yeah.
put a focus on the one you're supposed to follow.
Mm-hmm. It's just I can appreciate putting 1 and 2 on healers. If they can't see their number properly, then it's a detriment to them. Oh, we don't want that. Hey, we. TVs together.
Oops.
Big AoE.
On that
D.
circle.
It's a lie, stay. This one's for taking the tether when it appears. Fire in front of the group to take the first hit. Nice. Head regrows because his head is like that. AoE. Okay, next will be healer stat shortly. Go to the groups as a sign. Pushback. Feel free to reprisal or anything, like a bit of mitigation.
I somehow survived.
That's fine. Melee staying in position to begin with so that you get your uptime. Back to D. Keeping an eye on what debuff you have. You get one.
Yep.
Me and fire. So we'll stay to begin with. We move. After the AoE fire, you will move back to where we just was. Move back where we were. Back in. Lovely.
That's that had more than I should have.
That's
Just
actually have one
one
last
was dead.
person.
I got clipped.
Okay, next will be arrows. Pay attention to what arrow you get, depending on where you are in the arena.
But
Hello.
You might
Oh,
kiss me.
I'm kissing such you.
I'm cursing fire again. God damn it.
I get nicks, yuck, swap. Tanks.
Yeah, that I wouldn't want to be you, Phil.
I know. Then
Right,
we are
that's
going
marking.
to. Then we go to an AoE. And then healing up and getting ready for a big AoE.
I reprisalled.
Expectation up.
All my mitigation up.
Okay, next we're going to start on C. Okay. Anti-knockback. Then we're moving on to our numbers. I am free.
One purple. It's over here, right?
No, this is for.
Hi, Yash. Hi, Yash.
I'm dead.
Oh,
Oh,
it's in
bit too
the
close.
numbers. Okay, I didn't pay attention that there's numbers down
Blue
on the
ones for a
grids.
change.
I got caught off guard when I got a fucking purple one when I've only gotten blue.
Oh,
There's a-
right. That's why.
There's a bit of a problem with seeing my number when there's so many people stacked on me.
So, an idea for that is, if need be, just spread out a little bit. Remember, as with fourfold, when we were first getting used to it, think of it like that, where prioritize this mechanic getting it down first than a bit of DPS, because it'd rather have 8 of us alive than only 2 of us alive, because we were more interested in trying to get like one last GCD down and whatnot. So if need be, just move away from the group. Even if you have to move, I don't know, next you move towards 2, for example, if we're stuck on C. That way you can at least see, or you move towards the boss where he lands and move a bit over to 4. Try and find a spot where you can literally see your number comfortably. Just remember, if you do go, the closer you get to a danger square, the more chances that you're going to have to sprint to run to your location. And I don't think that teleporting over water will work.
Nope, I cannot teleport over water, sadly.
I think they designed this boss with Reapers in mind to make sure they can't do cheese. Same with ninjas.
He will allow them to do that when machinist will have a gap closer.
Exactly. So, tanks together for an AoE.
Here we.
Yeah, that's what that symbol means. It means like 6 AoEs back to back, just in one compressed circle. Mega AoE. Make your way to B, obviously slide casting as usual. That way you get your uptime. We're staying. He tells the truth. Crisp, obviously, when he's ready, grabbing the tether. Ignore the timer, it lies. Fire in the front, beautiful. Mitigate if required. Nice. Back together when you can, then it'll be an AoE soon. Big bomb. Big bomb.
What reprisal? Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, I reprisalled it.
Next, we're going to be moving into healer stats. Making your way to the correct area. Anti-knockback now. Obviously, melee, don't move till you are able to. Oh. Looking for your debuff. Me and fire again. So we stay. He lies, we move to A. Then obviously fire for this, you will move back to B once it's done. Because he lies. Lies. Nice one. So next will be arrows. Wait. Spread a little bit if you need just some help to see what arrow you have underneath you. Then make your way to arrow locations. Hi, Quist.
Hello.
Come here, fire, big boy. Come get a kiss.
Wanna swap ammo? God damn it.
Hi, Ash.
It was the
Tanks
dash
together?
go.
I missed my chance. Hi, I'm your new tank. Bye.
I mean, you could have joined them. You could
No,
have
I'm
left,
good.
I had damage. Oh my. Whew.
AoE? Was that a bit touch and go? I can tell you why. You got critted, mate. Get critted.
Get critted.
And then we're moving into the big AoE.
Oh yeah, that's right. They said they were bringing back crits, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Moving to safety. Like I said, take your time. Into anti-knockback now. I'm going to spread a little bit just to help those on my platform to see what we have. I have 4, so I go underneath. You have 2, Don. You are sexy, man.
I protect.
You protect me? Oh, no, I protect
Ow.
you.
Ah!
Oh,
We
panic.
That hurt.
That hurt
Wait,
badly.
we did it.
don't
Phil
matter.
died.
Keep going.
We only lost Phil.
Keep going.
Nothing lost.
Back
TVs.
bust.
Oh, I had
That's
to.
gonna be fun.
Oh god.
You're not the only one.
Come on. AoE next.
The tanks might die here.
No, we won't.
Okay, never mind. My.
Uh-oh. Time for arrows 2. Stand on A.
Everybody.
Everyone on A. Time for arrow 2. Find out what your arrow is and how long your debuff is.
Minus
27.
11.
24.
25.
No, Zash, go back. Zash, go to D.
I'm
Then
confused.
those away.
I don't know what to do.
No, we're
Go
fucked.
to
No.
Okay, next. Our next GIF then. For you to study ready for tomorrow.
God damn it! I clashed with Phil.
Do it,
Let me
Yash.
just-
I believe in you.
Let me just find it. Where are you, Yash, on my thing? You are
Oh,
there.
that's a dead lollipop on my shoe.
I believe. There it is. So, Yash has given us basically a brain dead little GIF for that. And I will explain it before we finish today, just so that you can go away and probably watch a video and see the GIF.
Yay, brain.
This
dead
is
stuff.
obviously an example. So everybody gets an arrow during this, but they get 2 different ones. There's an 11-second arrow and a 22-second arrow. Obviously, if you're 11 seconds, you will resolve the arrows first. Like so. Depending on which arrow you have. So wherever we stand in the arena, by the way, the arena will always look like this. If that makes sense. So this is how the arena will look. So the safety corner will be opposite to where we start. And then you just move depending on what arrow you have. There is only 4 arrows. And there'll be 2 people that get the same arrow. But there's only 4 different directions for the arrows. Which is up, down, left or right. And depending on what arrow you get, you literally go to this part of the arena for your arrow. You also saw that the good old red circles came back. Do you see the red circles on that diagram?
I don't want to see them.
Yeah.
They are your safe spots for the red circles.
Damn it.
That way you do not clip the other people. Because if you clip somebody with an arrow with the AoE circle, they will get water damage down. And the move where they kiss is water based, which would literally kill them.
It's like a slip and slide.
So the good tip here, depending on what your arrow is, for example, if you have the arrow that needs to stand over here, and you've got the 22-second one, you have 2 safe spots that you can abuse. If you have the arrows, though, that are here or here, you need to run to one of the other corners. And then obviously if you have the arrow facing downwards, you've got 2 safe spots up at the top that you can also use. So the only ones who really get screwed over are the ones that have the arrow that faces up that stands here usually, and the arrow that faces here, because you obviously need to swap with a partner once the arrows and the AoEs go off.
So let me get this right, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
We all get the arrows, but we do them 4 at a time.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
One person gets a 12-second one, the other one gets like a 24.
The first time when we got there, I had an arrow and an AoE on top of me. Was that
So
because
you got
we
a
had
You had a
that?
second
24.
one. You had the 22-second debuff.
Yeah. No. I said the first time, like not this one, the other one. That was because we had the people that were dead.
We had dead people.
Mhm. So that's because we had dead people, so you literally got both of them together, and well,
That's
you would have
a
also
lie.
had this. You also had another arrow. You just didn't see the other arrow over the first one, more than likely.
No, I had the same arrow as you did. That's the thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's what I'm
yours
saying.
Yours was 24 seconds. Phil's was
Yes.
12.
Yes. So I was supposed to sit in one of the
Red safe
Red
spots.
spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
which was the only safe spot for me. So I was the one getting fucked. Why am I the only one getting fucked? In P1S, I'm ranged 1. You gotta run all over the place. And now you only have one safe spot, not 4 like everybody else.
Hey, shut up!
if
I've been
it-
getting blues.
If it
Blue
helps,
numbers.
or if it makes you feel even worse, Don, it randomly selects who gets the arrow as well. So literally, it's the game that's telling you to get fucked.
Yeah,
Pretty
I'm
Pretty
aware
much.
of that.
That last
I'm aware
one,
of
me
that.
and Yash got very lucky.
Yep. Yeah. So it's literally light parties. So it's light parties that get them.
Hmm.
Is the best way to describe it. Is one light party gets it, then the second light party gets it. So literally, the best way I can say it so that when we do move in here to save confusion, if you have the arrow that faces right, so it literally that you can, or you have the one that faces down, we will like you to use the save spots that are on, in this example and where the arena is, the numbers. So use the save spots where the numbers are. That way, you give those who have to adjust here more safe spots nearest the arrows to choose from.
Wait, what do you mean the safe spots where the numbers are?
So you know the
Oh,
look at
yeah.
the GIF, yeah.
I understand now.
So
you
if
mean
you've
the
got
the red circles?
yes,
Yeah.
so if
okay.
you've got the arrow facing that you're going to be zooming in from the right or zooming in downwards, try and use the safe spots that are literally out the way, so that if, let's say, me and Don have red circles, I can say to Don as a communication, Don, you stay, I move over to a different corner, and Don can just stay in that top corner. So you can just do a bit of communication there so that you're not going to overlap. And if you both run the same way, as you can see on the GIF, there is still 2 safe spots on the other squares. It's only the initial square that doesn't have 2 safe spots.
I'm pretty sure that if not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we clear it.
We probably will, because after this
Yeah.
one, we've got the bit that's obviously where we do a triangle in the corner. Again, I have a GIF for that will literally show you how we do the triangle strat there.
That's easy.
And then,
though.
yeah, and then third arrows is literally what we're doing now, but instead of having circles around us, we just have the tank tether and the stack to deal with during
Which is
them
easier.
arrows. Which is easier because it's literally the tank that has the longest debuff
Takes the
will
tether
move
away.
with the tether. That's the only difference to do that. So sometimes, Chris, you may not take the tether away depending on your debuff. It would be fire who takes the tether away.
Okay.
That's the only difference. If anything, I find third arrow is easier than the second one because the third one is only the stack and the tether that's going off. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's where a lot of our DPS is losing, is because I'm literally trying to get you guys. The idea is I get you to the point that you can all turn around to me and say, yep, we get it, just do basic, and then I can just do arrows 1. Arrows 2. Just so, yeah, literally for the training part, the idea is that the call outer is going to be a bit more helpful for you because you're still learning the mechanic. And then from when we get enraged and everyone says to me, okay, Phil, got it, that's when you will literally be left to AoE. Like P1S, literally. You'll get them smaller call-outs. But yeah, anyway, it's still good progress made, because literally, and if it helps, pat yourselves on the back. Once again, you have beaten the weekend group. You have successfully, though I died, we successfully, in my opinion, got past